So guys, it's Pablos here. So today I want us to talk about nails infection. So we are going to talk about several infection, which we are going to start with one. Let's start with the fungal infection or bacteria infection. Bacteria infection. This is number one. So when it comes to fungal infection, it has so many factors that can cause fungal or bacteria infection, which includes so some of you, let's start with the one that it's common, which is nail biting. This is for nail biters. So sometimes when you bite your nails, you expose your skin to bacteria. So whenever you are if you are someone who exposes your hands most in water, you can end up getting this fungal infection or bacterial infection. So nail biting can cause fungal infection or cuticle picking. So another thing is, whenever you have those cuticles, don't pick them with your teeth. You can at least get scissors, or you can get nail cutter or side cutter, which will help you cut the cuticles, which sometimes they grow on the nail sides, or mostly stop picking them using your mouth, using your teeth. So another thing that can cause bacterial infection is what we call cutting, or maybe you tasemaje kudungo na cuticle cutter. Mostly let's give it cutting. So sometimes whenever your nail tech works on your nails, when he's cutting your nails, or whichever, when he is doing the preparation, sometimes you can find some of the nail tech, they are not qualified to use those nail tools, especially cuticle cutter or trimmer. So you end up cutting your customer or mtu anakudunga na hiyo cuticle cutter without disinfecting the tools. So you have to disinfect your tools. Lack of disinfecting nails tools. So this is also, we look at the hygiene also in the salon, in the nail bar. So as a nail tech, you have to take care of the hygiene. This it's it's mandatory. Whenever you are working with your customer, when you are using those pedicure machines or whichever the tools you are using when it comes to cutting the nails or trimming the cuticles, so you must disinfect them very well. You can use either spirit, make sure you can soak them with Dettol disinfectant tools, making sure your tools are disinfectant before you start using them on the customer. So if you don't, you can cause this bacteria or fungal infection. So another thing is exposing your feet in water for long. This is as a customer, or walking barefoot in the bathroom or in the pools wenye mnapenda kuswim. So sometimes you can get this bacteria infection or a fungal infection. So saa zingine, if you are walking barefoot, at least you can try avoid at least wear some open shoes or whichever the socks maybe, but try to avoid walking barefoot, especially on these public pools around, or in the house, like in the bathroom. Try at least use sandals or open shoes to walk around your house to avoid having fungal infection or bacterial infection. So another thing is let's go to number 2. This is actually not common to everyone, but this is caused by, it is called toenail, what do we call it? Toenail ingrown. So you find out some of the nails they grow inside the skin, especially on these toenails. So sometimes it's better you trim them before you trim them where before it grows beyond the skin. So sometimes you find out the nail itself, it's growing inside, so you'll keep on trimming to avoid having toenail like infection. So this toenail ingrown can also cause infection because whenever the toe starts growing inside, sometimes it what do we call it, it makes that a swollen nail and it can lead to infection. So another thing is yeast infection. Yeast infection. So also this one, it's caused by those like nail biters. You can nail biting can cause yeast infection, but mostly it happens to those who also are always exposing their feet in water. What especially watu wenye mnashindanga kwa maji like mamafuas and blah blah blah. So you find out like in between your toes unapata we have those infection, we also can lead to fungal also. So this one can be caused by either that exposing your feet in water for long, and this can be prevented by whenever you come out from the water, you make sure you dry your feet well. Don't just wear shoes when you are like your feet are wet. And also you can try not to wear those tight shoes. It can also be caused by wearing tight shoes. Can be caused by wearing tight shoes, especially for the ladies. Unapata mtu anajaribu kuforce namba ndogo ndio asionekane anavanga namba kubwa, so at least try to wear fitting shoes, because it can also lead to fungal infection. Whenever you have those like wrong toe nails and then you wear tight shoes, you end up finding that if the nail is so pressed by that shoes, it can cause cracks, and also it can cause that what do we call it, it can cause space inside the nail, which can also lead to bacterial infection. So another thing, when you expose your feet for long in water, it can cause those like bacteria on top of the nail. So you find that kucha yako ilikuwa poa, but all of a sudden it starts changing to greenish or to yellowish, which can also be bacterial infection. So another thing can be caused by maybe some of the like customer which we are dealing with. You can find that someone has diabetes. So unapata pia ukiwa na ugonjwa ya sukari can cause those infection. That is something that can come naturally when someone is having diabetes. So if you find yourself having this fungal infection, I will advise you see like those dermatologists or those doctors wenye wanaweza kusaidia to prevent all of this and for a better advice. And if you are a nail tech, whenever you come across someone who has like a bacteria infection on nails. Sometimes it's good to avoid making them nails, especially when it is really damaged. You can just give them time, they go treat those nails, and then they will come back. Beauty haiishi, beauty is not going to an end, because we are just starting. So thank you guys, and you can also let me know what else can cause nail infection in the comment section. Thank you.